Good morning, dear students. My name is Ferhan Mazher, and today is 22nd of October 2021. And right now, I am with the ninth Cambridge class, and the subject we are studying is D Maths 4024. We are working on the syllabus, and we are studying the D3 book. This is New Syllabus Mathematics, 7th edition, third book, and we are working on the chapter number 3, and the name of the chapter is Inequalities. We are working on the exercise 3b today, and we will complete this exercise in this lesson. So let's start, and we will start from the question number 1, and I will read it from the book. So let's start. So question number 1 coming up on your screen, it says, and I'm reading that question from the book. It says the cost of one ticket is one weekend. On weekends, a movie ticket costs $10.50. Form an inequality and solve it to find the maximum number of tickets Kate can buy with $2.05. So the cost of one ticket is $10.50, and the amount she has and she can spend is $205. So how many tickets she can buy? So the number of tickets are the amount of money she has and divided by with the cost of one ticket. So you on your calculator divide 205 with 10.50, you get 19.52. So the number of tickets she can buy is 19. So my dear student, that was question number 1. Hopefully you understand. Now we are going to do the question number 2. Let me read it from the book. It says, the length and breadth of a rectangle are x centimeter and y centimeter respectively. If the rectangle has an area of 24 centimeter square, state the possible pairs of integer values of x and y where x is greater than y. So now you see that they are saying that we have a rectangle and its length is x and its breadth is y. And it's given that the area is 24 centimeters square. And another thing they have given us is that x is always greater than y. And the value of the x and y both are integers. So now, the area is length multiplied breadth. So I will look for those integer values. When I multiply them, they give 24. So 1 multiply 24, 2 multiply 12, 3 multiply 18, 4 multiply 6. So they give 24. In the same way, we can have 24 multiply 1, 12 multiply 2, and 8 multiply 3, 6 multiply 4. They also give 24. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 possibilities. But one condition was that the value of the length will be greater than the y. So I will choose these values. So these are the pairs which can be the answers: 24 and 1, 12 and 2, 8 and 3, 6 and 4. Because here the value of the x is greater than the value of the y. So hopefully you understand. This was the question number 2. Now let's move to the next question. The next question is, find the range of values of x which satisfy each of the following pairs of inequalities. Question number 3, A part. So here we have, in A part, we have two inequalities, and one is x minus 4 equals to and less than 3, and the second is 3x greater than and equals to minus 6. So we will solve both of them, and then we will see that how we can do the answer. So they take this minus 4 to the other side, it will add there. So x will be less than equals to 3 plus 4. So x will be less than and equals to 7. This is one part. The second part is 3x is greater than and equals to minus 6. Take this 3 to the other side, it will divide. So you will have x is greater than or equals to minus 6 by 3. So x is greater than and equals to minus 2. So you see that x is more than and equals to minus 2, and x is less than and equals to 7. So you can write it like this, that the x, write the x in the middle. So x is greater than and equals to -2 and less than and equals to 7. So this is how you solve question number 3, A part. Then we have question number 3, B part. It says 2x plus 5 less than 15. This is one inequality given. The second inequality given is 3x minus 2 is greater than -6. So we will solve both of them and then we will combine their answers. So it says 2x, take this plus 5 to the other side, it will become -5. So you will have 2x is less than 15 minus 5, 2x is less than 10. So x is less than, this 2 will go on the other side, it will divide. So you will have x less than 5. So we will solve this one. 3x minus 2 is greater than -6. 3x is greater than -6 plus 2. 3x is greater than -4. So x is greater than -4 by 3. So x is greater than -1 whole 1 by 3. So these two answers, one says that the x is more than -1 whole 1 by 3. And this says that the x is less than 5. So I can write it like this, put the x in the middle. So x is greater than -1 whole 1 by 3 and less than 5. So this is how you do question number 3B part. Okay, now let's move to the next question. And the next question is question number 4. And the question 4 also has two parts, A and B. So let's first of all solve question number 4, A part. It says find the integer values of x which satisfy each of the following pair of inequalities. So find the integer values of x. Okay. So in the A part, there are two inequalities given in the A part. One is 5x minus 1 less than 4 and 3x plus 5 greater than and equals to x plus 1. So let me solve them separately. So we will have 5x. This -1 will go on the other side. It will become add on the other side. So 3x is less than 5. So x will be less than 5 by 5. This 5 go on the other side, divide. So x is less than 1. This is one answer. So I will solve the other inequality. So 3x plus 5 is greater than and equals to x plus 1. 3x, bring this x to this side, it will become minus x. Take this plus 5 to the other side, it will be -5 on the other side. So 3x minus x, that will be 2x. 1 minus 5, that will be -4. So this 2 is multiplying with the x. When it goes on the other side, it will divide. So you will have x greater than and equals to -4 by 2. So x is greater than and equals to -2. So these are the two answers. So I have to, first of all, so it means that the value of the x is more than, equals to and more than -2 and less than 1. So let me represent this thing, both these answers on the number line. So this, you can see the x is more than and equals to -2. So I will put a circle here, shade it, and I will draw an arrow towards the right. So this x less than 1, I put a circle here and I don't shade it because it's not equals to. And x is less than 1, so I will put an arrow towards the right, towards the left, sorry. So where these two arrows overlap, that is the solution. Okay, so the overlapping portion, you can see there, I have shaded it. And the integers in this shaded portion or overlapping portion are -2, -1, 0. This one is not included in the answer because this circle is unshaded. So it means that this is not included in the answer. So your integer values in this solution are -2, -1, and 0. So that was question number 4, and it's A part. So question number 4, B part, we again have two inequalities, and what you can do, you see the first inequality is 2x minus 5 greater than and equals to 1 and 3x minus 1 less than 26. So I will solve both of these inequalities separately. So you can see here 2x minus 5 greater than and equals to 1, 2x is greater than and equals to 1 plus 5, 2x is greater than and equals to 6. So this 2 will come this side, divide here. So x is greater than or equals to 6 by 2. So x will be greater than or equals to 3. Now you have the second inequality. Let's solve this. 3x minus 1 is less than 26. 3x is less than 26 plus 1, and 3x is less than 27. So this 3 will go on the other side and it will divide there. So you will have 3 x is less than 27 by 3, and x will be less than 9. So I will represent both these answers on the number line. And you can see this says x is greater than or equals to 3. So I put a circle here at 3, shade it, and a circle towards the right side. This says x is less than 9. So at 9, I put a circle which is not shaded, and I draw a line, an arrow towards the left. So where these two arrows overlap, that is our answer. So we have shaded that portion where the circles are overlapping. So in this overlapping portion, the integer values are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This 9 is not included in the answer because this circle is unshaded. So this is how you find the question number 4 and its B part. Okay. So now we are moving to the next question. The next question on your screen is question number 5, and it's A part. He says, solve each of the following pairs of inequalities, illustrating each solution on a number line. So here we have this inequality is given in the A part. Minus 4 is less than or equals to 2x less than or equals to 3x minus 2. So the trick of doing this is very simple. You see what we do, we take these first two portion, we take this portion and we solve it. So you will have minus 4 less than or equals to 2x. This 2 will come to this side. So you will have minus 4 by 2 less than or equals to x. So minus 2 less than and equals to x. Okay. So then we have here, so take this portion and this portion, and we solve it. So 2x is less than or equals to 3x minus 2, 2x minus 3x less than or equals to minus 2. This 3x came to this side. So 2x minus 3x is minus x less than or equals to minus 2. So minus minus cancel. When you multiply both sides with a negative number, the sign of the inequality will change. Okay. So the sign of the inequality will change here. So you can see x is greater than or equals to 2. So now you have these two answers. So I will represent both these answers on a number line, and we will see what is the shaded portion, what is the overlapping portion. So this says x is greater than and equals to minus 2. So I will draw a line here. So like this. And this one says x is less than. So this one says x is greater than 2. So this says x is greater than minus 2. This one says x is greater than or equals to 2. So the overlapping portion is this. So these arrows are continue to the right. And so here the value, which means that the common portion is x greater than and equals to 2. A very tricky question. So the final answer is x is greater than and equals to 2. Okay, my dear students, now we will start working on the question number 5, and it's B part. And the B part is 1 minus x is less than minus 2 and is less than and equals to 3 minus x. So what we will do, we will divide, you see this portion, we will take this portion of this inequality and we will solve it. So we will have 1 minus x less than minus 2. And I will take this one to the other side. Minus x is less than minus 2 minus 1. So minus x is less than minus 3. This negative, multiply both the sides with the negative number. So what will happen? The sign of the inequality will change. So you will have x is greater than 3. The sign of the inequality has changed. From both the sides, the value, the negative number has been multiplied on both the sides. So then I will take this portion of this inequality. Okay, so this portion of the inequality. So I will write here minus 2 is less than or equals to 3 minus x. So bring this positive 3 to this side, it will become minus 3. So minus 2 minus 3 will become minus 5. This minus x is coming as it is. So now we have minus 5 is less than and equals to minus x. So multiply both sides with a negative number. For example, you multiply both sides with minus 1. So when you multiply both sides with minus 1 or you divide both sides with minus 1, the sign of the inequality will change. The sign of the inequality will change. So you will have 5 greater than and equals to x. So now you have these two answers, and I will represent both of them on the number line. So you see here we have that number line. This one says x is greater than 3, so I represent here x is greater than 3. This circle is not shaded. This says 5 is greater than and equals to x. So in other words, it means that x is smaller than and equals to 5. So here I put a circle, shade it, and the arrow is towards the left. So the overlapping portion is this, and this is our answer. So this is from 3 to 5. So the value of the x is greater than 5, greater than 3, and less than and equals to 5. So this is the solution of the question number 5 and its B part. Okay, so let's move to the next question. And the next question coming up on your screen is question number 5, and its C portion. It says 3x minus 3 is less than x minus 9 is less than 2x. So what I will do, so I will take this portion of the inequality and I will solve it. So 3x minus 3 is less than x minus 9. So bring the terms which have x on the same side. So for example, here you have taken that plus x to this side. So you have 3x minus x less than minus 3 plus 3. So 3x minus x, that will be 2x and less than minus 6. So x will be less than, this 2 will go on the other side, it will divide. So minus 6 by 2, so x will be less than minus 3. So that's the one answer. And then I will take, this portion of the inequality. It says x minus 9 is less than 2x. So take this x to the other side, for example. So minus 9 is less than 2x minus x. So minus 9 is less than x. In other words, you can say this means, because the crocodile mouth is towards x, one way of reading this is that the minus 9 is less than x. And another way of reading this, if you read it with the full reference to x is greater than minus 9. And this means x is less than minus 3. So I will represent both these answers on the number line, and then we will see what are the overlapping portions. So this says x is less than minus 3. So you see I put a circle here at minus 3 and it's empty. And I put a arrow towards the left. This means x is greater than minus 9. So I put a circle here which is empty at minus 9 and I draw an arrow because x is greater than minus towards the right side. So the portion where these two arrows are overlapping is from here till here. So this answer will be x is more than minus 9 and less than minus 3. So this is how you do question number 5C part. And let's move to the next part. It says question number 5 and it's D part. It says 2x is less than equals to x plus 6 less than 3x plus 5. So here we do that the same procedure again. I will take this portion of the inequality, I will solve it. So you have 2x is less than and equals to x plus 6. So bring this x to this side. So you will have 2x minus x is less than and equals to 6. So x will be less than equals to 6. So this is one answer. Then I will take the other portion of the inequality. I will take this portion of the inequality and I will solve it. So x plus 6 is less than 3x plus 5. So you will have x minus 3x is less than 5 minus 6. So x minus 3x, that's minus 2x, is less than minus 1. So x is, so because you have here on both the sides, you have negative. So if you cancel the negative from both the sides, or in simple words, you can say you multiply both sides with some negative number. So what will happen when you do this? The sign of the inequality will change. For example, if I divide both the sides with -2, the sign of the inequality will change. So x will be greater than 1 by 2. Minus minus cancelled, 1 by 2 x. So now you have two answers. One answer is x is less than or equals to 6. The other one is x is greater than 1 by 2. So we will represent this information on the number line, and you can see here we have shown that number line. So x is less than or equals to 6. So I put a circle here, shade it, and because the x is less than the 6, so I will put an arrow towards the left. Then this says x is greater than 1 by 2. 1 by 2 means 0.5. So this is 0.5 or 1 by 2. Put a circle here, keep it empty, and draw an arrow towards the right side. So where the two graphs or two arrows overlap, that is the solution to both these inequalities. So the overlapping portion is this up till this. So this is x greater than 1 by 2, and this is x equals to and less than 6. So this is how you will do question number 5. It's D part. So let's move to the next question. And the next question is intermediate level questions. And it's a story sum. And let me read the story for you. Listen carefully. Mr. Chauhan's car consumes petrol at an average rate of 8 liters daily. Before Mr. Chauhan begins his journey, he tops up the petrol in his car to 100 liters. Given that he will next top up the petrol in his car when there are 20 liters left, form an inequality and solve it into find the maximum number of days he can travel before he has to top up the petrol in his car. So in one day, the car is using 8 liters petrol. The fuel tank's capacity is 100 liter, so they filled it. So the fuel they have is 100 liter. So they will do the refilling of the petrol, or they will put petrol again when there will be 20 liter petrol left in the tank. So this information is very important. The tank can hold up to 100 liter of petrol, and they will again fill the petrol when there is 20 liter petrol left inside the tank. So now, how much petrol they will consume before going to a petrol pump? So they will have 100. When 20 will be left, they will go to the petrol pump. So how much petrol basically they have used? 100 minus 20, and that will be 80 liters. So they can consume 80 liter, and then they will have to go to the petrol pump to refill the fuel tank. So let's see in 80 liters how many days you can. Okay, so we have 80 liter, and the maximum days that will be less than or equals to 80 divided by 8. So because they are allowed to use 80 liter of petrol, and in one day they use 8 liters. So 80 divided by 8, that will be 10 days. So it means the maximum number of days they can continue traveling without going to any petrol pump is 10 days. So that was question number 6 on the topic of inequality. This was a story sum. Hopefully you have understood. Okay. So the next question coming up on your screen is question number 7. And it's again a story sum. If the sum of 3 consecutive integers is less than 75, find the cube of the largest possible integer. So suppose the first integer is x, the second integer will be x plus 1, and the third integer will be x plus 2. He's talking about consecutive integers. So if the first one will be the x, the second one will be x plus 1, and the third one will be x plus 2. So he says their sum is 75. So proper word is, if the sum of the three consecutive integer is less than 75. So here you can see I have written here that I added them and that is less than 75. So it will be 3x plus 3 less than 75. Take this 3 to the other side. So you will have 3x less than 75 minus 3. So 3x less than 72. So x will be less than 72 divided by 3. So x will be less than 24. So I can represent this on the number line. So so is the value of the x is less than 24. So what's the biggest x value here? Because 24 is not included, and that the largest value will be 23. So the x value will be 23. So what will be the largest number? That will be x plus 2. So that will be 23 plus 2. So that will be 25. And they want to find the cube of the largest number. The cube of the largest number. So we will take the 25 and its cube, and that will be 15625. A little tricky question. Hopefully you have understood. That was the question number 7. Okay, now we are on the question number 8. He says in a math Olympiad quiz, 5 points are awarded for a correct answer and 2 points are deducted for a wrong answer, or if a question is left unanswered. So if your answer will be right, they will give you 5 marks. If you gave wrong answer, they will deduct 2 marks. And if you do not attempt any question, even in that case, they will deduct 2 marks. Shirley attempted all 30 questions, and her total score for the quiz was not more than 66. Find the maximum number of correct answers she obtained. Okay, so now the marks for a correct answer, you see, I hope you can see this clearly. So the mark for the correct answer is 5. The marks deducted for wrong answer is 2. So the total questions there are 30. So correct questions, we don't know how many correct questions are he gave to the answer correctly. Suppose that is n. The number of correct answers are n. So how many will be wrong? Total 30 questions. If n of them are right, then 30 minus n will be wrong. They will be wrong, or you might not have attempted them. So for the right answer, you take 5 marks. So 5 multiply n minus 2 number minus, you have to deduct them, but that's why we put a negative there. And there will be 2 marks for every question who went wrong, or you have not attempted them. Even in both cases, they will subtract 2 marks for each question. Okay. So now I write here minus 2 bracket 30 minus n. So these are the, incorrect answers, or the answer or the questions you have left. So that whole thing will be less than and equals to 66. So it will be 5n minus 60 plus 2n less than or equals to 66. So 5n plus 2n, that will be 7n minus 60 is less than or equals to 66. So 7n is less than or equals to 66 plus 60. So the 7n will be less than or equals to 126. So n will be less than or equals to 126 by 7. So n will be less than or equals to 18. So now I will show this answer on the number line. So the correct answers are equals to or less than 18. So this is how I have drawn here the solution on the number line. Hopefully you have understood the question number 8. So let's move to the next question. Question number 9 is Ethan opened his coin bank to find 50 pieces of $5 and $2 notes, if the total value of all the notes is more than $132, find the minimum number of $5 notes he has. So in his small bank, he has 50 notes. Some of them are $5 and some of them are $2. But the total number of notes are 50, and the worth is more than $132. Okay. So here you can see how we have done this. Total number of notes are 50. So there are 50 bills or 50 notes. So number of $5 notes, suppose they are X. So then the number of $2 notes will be 50 minus X, because there was only two kind of notes, $5, $2 notes. But the total number of notes were 50. So if X notes are $5 notes, $5 bills, then the 50 minus X number of bills will be of $2. So the total worth of them is more than $132. So that is the given condition. So 5 into X plus 2 into 50 minus X will be more than 132. So there are X number of notes and each note is of $5. So the worth is 5X. Each note is of $2, and how many notes are there? There are 50 minus X. So just multiply them, and the total answer, the total worth is more than $132. So we will have 5X plus 100 minus 2X is greater than 132. So you will have 3X is greater than 132 minus 100. So 3X is greater than 32. So X is greater than 32 divided by 3. X is greater than 10 whole 2 by 3. X is greater than 10 whole 2 by 3. So their question was, find the maximum number of correct answers she obtained. Sorry. Question number 9. Find the minimum number of $5 notes he has. So the minimum number of $5 notes will be, from here I can tell, 11. 11. So because the X value is more than 8 whole 2 by 3, so the next integer is 11. So the minimum $5 notes will be 11. So that was question number 9. Hopefully you have understood it. So let's move to the next question. And the next question coming up on your screen is question number 10. So given that X is a prime number, find the values of X for which. Okay, so we have to find out the values of X for which, and there are two inequalities given, so we will solve them both. So the first inequality given is 1 by 2x, or in other words, you can say x by 2 minus 4 is greater than x by 3. So here you can see I have written it. So the denominator here is 2 and 3. So the LCM will be 6. So multiply each fraction with the 6. So I have multiplied 6 here, and I have multiplied 6 here, and I have multiplied 6 here, which is LCM. So 2 and 6 cancel, 3x. It will be minus 24 greater than 3 ones are, 3 twos are, so you will have 2x. So 3x minus 2x is greater than this 24 will come to this side. So 3x minus x, that will be x is greater than 24. So that is the first inequality in the question number, the 10. The second inequality is x by 6 plus 1 less than x by 8 plus 3. So here you can see we have denominators, and those denominators 6 and 8, their LCM will be 24. So we will multiply each term with the 24. So you can see here 24 into x by 6 plus 24 into 1 is less than 24 into x divided by 8 plus 24 into 3. So this 6 and 24, that's 4x plus 24 less than, when you cancel them, is 3x plus 72. So 4x minus 3x is less than 72 minus 24. So x is less than 48. So x is less than 48. His question is, question number 10. He says, given that x is a prime number, find the values of the x. So prime number. So I will represent both these answers on a number line. This one says x is greater than 24. So here we have 24, x is greater than 24. This one says the x is less than 48. So here we have 48. So we'll put an arrow, put a circle here and this. So this overlapping portion is our answer. So, but there's a particular question. He says, given that x is a prime number, find the values of x. Okay, so these values, which is in overlapping portion, we have to choose prime numbers. Okay, so here this is from 24 up to 48. So what are the prime numbers in this list? So the prime numbers are those numbers which can be only divided to itself. That number do not come any other paper, any other table. Sorry. So the prime numbers in this overlapping portion will be 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, and 47. So that is how you do question number 10. Okay, my dear students, now we move to the question number 11. Let me read that question. Question number 11 says, an integer x is such that x plus 2 less than 5 under root 17 less than x plus 3. So we have to solve it. And we have to find the integers in the solution. So I will take the first two portions, these two, and I will solve them. So here you have x plus 2 less than 5 under root 17. X is less than 5 under root 17 minus 2. So if you do it on the calculator, you will find x is less than 18.62. On your calculator, you will write 5 under root 17 minus 2 equals to, you get 18.62. So x is less than 18.62. Then I will take these last two portions and I will solve them. So you will have 5 under root 17 is less than x plus 3. So 5 under root 17 minus 3 is less than x. So when you enter this in your calculator, you will write 5 under 17 minus 3 equals to, and that will be 17.62. So the value of the x is greater than 17.62. So I will represent both these on the number line. So here you can see I have drawn the number line. So he says that the value of the x is more than 17.62. So here we go. This circle is unshaded. This says that the value of the x is less than 18.62. So I will put at 18.62, put a circle here and this towards the left. Now, the portion which is overlapping between these two arrows is this, so shade it. So what's the integer value in this shaded portion? The integer value in this shaded portion is how much? 18. So question number 11, the answer is 18. There is only one integer in this solution. So now we will move to the next question. The next question is question number 12. He says, given that x is a prime number, find the value of x for which 3x minus 2 is greater than and equals to 10 greater than and equals to x plus 4. Okay, so it's very simple, what we will do. I will take this portion and I will solve it. Okay, so 3x minus 2 is greater than or equals to 10. 3x is greater than or equals to 10 plus 2. 3x is greater than or equals to 12. So x is greater than or equals to 12 divided by 3. So x is greater than and equals to 4. Then I will take these two last portion of this inequality. These are the two inequalities given. So 10 is less than and equals to, sorry, 10 is greater than and equals to x plus 4. So 10 is 10 minus 4 is greater than and equals to x. So it will be 6 is greater than and equals to x. In other words, you can say x is less than and equals to 6, and this says x is greater than and equals to 4. So I will draw a number line. This first is x is greater than and equals to 4. So I put a circle here, shaded it, and the arrow will be towards the right. And it says the value of the x is equals to and less than 6. So I will put a circle here at 6, and because it says x is less than and equals to 6, so I will draw an arrow towards the left. The the portion which is overlapping between them is in front of you. The value of the x is a prime number. So in your solution, we have 4, 5, and 6. The prime number in them is 5. So 5 is the answer. That's the prime number in the overlapping portion. So that was question number 12. 12. I hope that you have understood this answer. Now, dear students, we will move to the question number 13, and the next question is coming up on the screen. Okay. So, question number 13, the statement says solve each of the following pair of inequalities. So the question number 13, A part is 3 minus A is less than and equals to A minus 4 less than and equals to 9 minus 2A. So what I will do, I will take this first two portion, this one, this inequality I will take and I will solve it. So I will have 3 minus A and less than A minus 4. So bring the A to the other side. So you will have minus A less than and equals to minus 4 minus 3. So minus 2A is less than and equals to minus 7. So when you divide both the sides with the minus 2, the sign of the inequality will change. So A will be greater than and equals to 7 by 2, or you can say it is like 3 whole 1 by 2. So A is greater than and equals to 3 by 3.5 or 3 whole 1 by 2. Now I will take the next, these last two. I will take this portion of the inequality and I will solve it. So I written it here. So you will have A minus 4 less than or equals to 9 minus 2A. So you will have A plus 2A less than and equals to 9 plus 4. 3A is less than and equals to 13, and A is less than and equals to 13 divided by 3. So A will be less than and equals to 4 whole 1 by 3. So look at these answers. It says A is greater than and equals to 3.5. This says A is less than and equals to 4 whole 1 by 3. So I can write a combined answer. A will be greater than and equals to 3.5 and less than and equals to 4 whole 1 by 3. So this is how you will combine the answer in the question number 13, A part. Hopefully you have understood. Now we have the question number 13, B part. It says 1 minus B less than B minus 1 less than 11 minus 2B. So I will take the first, these two terms, this portion, and I will solve it. So we will have 1 minus B less than B minus 1 minus B less than minus 1 and minus 2B will be less than minus 2. So now I will divide both the sides with the minus 2. So the sign of the inequality will change. Minus minus will be cancelled. So you will have B is greater than 2 by 2. So B is greater than 1. So that is the first portion. And now I will take this portion here, this portion of the inequality, and I will solve it. So we will have b minus 1 less than 11 minus 2b. So b plus 2b less than 11 plus 1. 3b less than 12 and b less than 12 divided by 3. So b will be less than 4. So there are two answers. One, this answer says b is greater than 1. This says b is greater than, smaller than 4. So I can write the answer like this, that b is greater than 1 and less than 4. So this is how you will solve question number 3. It's b part. So let's move to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is question number 13, and it's C portion. And it is 3 minus C less than 2C minus 1 less than 5 plus C. So I will take the first two portions, these two, and I will solve them. So here you can see I have written that 3 minus C is less than 2C minus 1. So minus C minus 2C is less than minus 1 minus 3. So minus 3C is less than minus 4. So I will divide both the sides with the negative 3, because I'm dividing both the sides with the negative 3, negative number. So the sign of the inequality will automatically change. So this negative gone. So you will have C greater than 4 by 3. So C is greater than 1 whole 1 by 3. Then I will take these two last portions and I will solve them. 2C minus 1 is less than 5 plus C. So 2C minus C is less than 5 plus 1. So C is less than 6. So this says C is more than 1.1 whole 1 by 3. And this says C is less than 6. So I can write it a combined answer. So C value is more than 1 whole 1 by 3 and less than 6. So this is how you do question number 13, and it's C part. Then the next part is D part, and it says 3D minus 5 less than D plus 1, less than and equals to 2D plus 1. So I will take this first portion, this portion of this inequality, and I will solve it. So we will have 3D minus 5 less than D plus 1. 3D minus D is less than 1 plus 5. So 2D is less than 6. So D is less than 6 by 2. So D is less than 3. Then I will take this last portion, this one, and I will solve it. D plus 1 is less than and equals to 2D plus 1. So we will have D minus 2D is less than 1 minus 1. So minus D is less than and equals to 0. So I will multiply both the sides with the 0. So you will have D greater than and equals to 0. Here you multiply both the sides with a negative number. That's why the sign of the inequality will change. So you will have D greater than or equals to 0. So this says D is less than 3. This one says D is equals to and greater than 3. So I can write a combine. When I combine them together, the answer will be that the value of the D is greater than and equals to 0 and less than 3. So this is question number 13 from the exercise 3B. So let's move to the next question. Question number 14, A part, it says solve each of the following pairs of inequalities. So the first one is A by 4 plus 3 less than and equals to 4 less than and equals to A by 2 plus 6. So what we will do, I will take this first, this inequality, and I will solve it. So here you can see I've written that 3 plus A by 4 is less than or equals to 4. So here there is a single denominator, and that's 4. So the LCM will be also 4. So I will multiply each term with 4. So 4 into 3 plus 4 into A by 4 less than and equals to 4 into 4. So that will be 12, and 4 cancel. You will have A less than 4 fours are 16. So A is less than and equals to 16 minus 12. So A is less than and equals to 4. And then I will take this last portion and I will solve it. So here we have 4 less than or equals to A by 2 plus 6. So I will here we have a single denominator, that is 2. So I will multiply each term with 2. So you will have 2 multiply 4 less than and equals to 2 multiply A by 2 plus 2 multiply 6. So you will have 8. This 2 and 2 will be cancelled. You are left with A plus 12. So 8 minus 12 less than equals to A, and minus 4 less than and equals to A. In other words, you can say that the A is less than and equals to 4, and this says A is greater than and equals to minus 4. So I can combine this answer. A is greater than or equals to minus 4, less than or equals to 4. I have combined these two answers. So hopefully you have understood this, and let's move to the next part. That's question number 14, and it's B part. The B part is B by 3 greater than and equals to B by 2 plus 1 greater than and equals to B minus 1. So the methodology is still the same. B by 3 greater than and equals to B by 2 plus 1. So the denominator, there are two denominators, 3 and 2. So the LCM will be 6. So I will multiply each term with 6. So here you can see 6 multiply B by 3 greater than or equals to 6 multiply B by 2 plus 6 multiply 1. So 3 and 6 will be cancelled. You get 2B less than and greater than and equals to 2 and 6 cancel 3. You got 3 here. So 3B plus 6 ones are 6. So 2B minus B, 2B minus 3B is greater than or equals to 6, and minus B is greater than and equals to 6. So I will multiply both sides with the negative 1, minus 1. So you will have B, and the sign of the inequality will change because you are multiplying both the terms with a negative number. I multiplied both the terms with the minus 1. So you will have B less than and equals to minus 6. So this is how you solve it. Now I will take these two inequality, this inequality, okay, and I will solve it. So B by 2 plus 1 is greater than and equals to B minus 1. Here there is a single denominator, and the denominator is 2. So the LCM will be also 2. So I will multiply each term with 2. So here you can see that I have multiplied 2. Each term has been multiplied with the 2. So 2 and 2 cancel. You will have B plus 2 greater than and equals to 2B minus 2. So you will have B minus 2B greater than and equals to minus 2 minus 2. So minus B is greater than or equals to minus 4. So multiply both the terms with both the sides with the negative 1. So when you multiply both the sides with minus 1, the sign of the inequality will change. So you will have B less than and equals to 4. B less than and equals to 4. So this I will represent both of them on the number line, and this says B is less than and equals to minus 6. So you can see here, I've shown it here, and this says B is less than and equals to 4. So this is 4. So here, so the shaded portion is from here, and both the arrows are going to the left. So the final answer will be B is less than and equals to minus 4. Okay, this is the answer which satisfies both of them. So that was question number 14, and its B portion. Okay, so now on your screen, question number 14, C part is showing up. The C part says 2 bracket 1 minus C bracket close is greater than C minus 1 greater than and equals to C minus 2 by 7. So I will take these two. I will take these two, and I will solve them. So 2 bracket 1 minus c bracket close greater than c minus 1. So 2 minus 2c greater than c minus 1. So minus 2c, and this will come to the this side, minus c greater than minus 1. This plus 2 will go to the other side, it will become minus 2. So minus 3c is greater than minus 3. So on both the sides, I will divide with minus 3. So when you divide both the sides with the minus 3, the sign of the inequality will change. So you will have c less than 3 by 3, c less than 1. Okay, now I will take these two. So I wrote here c minus 1 is greater than or equals to c minus 2, the whole thing divided by 7. So the LCM here is 7. So I will multiply each term with the 7. So you see, or in other words, this 7 was came here, multiply with this side. So you will have 7c minus 7 greater than and equals to c minus 2. 7c minus c is greater than or equals to minus 2 plus 7. So you will have 6c greater than and equals to 5. So c is greater than and equals to 5 by 6. So this says that the c is less than 1, and this says c is greater than and equals to 5 by 6. So both of them can be combined, and you can say c is greater than and equals to 5 by 6 and less than 1. So this is how you will do question number 14 and its C portion. Sorry. So next we have question number 14 and its D part, and it says we have to solve each of the following pair of inequalities. D minus 5 less than 2d by 5 less than and equals to d by 2 plus 1 by 5. Okay, so I will take the first this first portion and this first portion. So here we have written d minus 5 is less than 2d by 5. So the denominator here is 5. So both the sides will be multiplied with the 5. So you will have 5 bracket d minus 5 bracket close less than 5 bracket 2d by 5 bracket close. So you will have 5d minus 25 less than this 5 cancel 2d. So 5d minus 2d is less than, this goes to the other side, it becomes positive 25. 5d minus 2d, that's 3d and less than 25. So this 3 will go to the other side, divide there. So you will have d less than 25 by 3. So d less than 8 whole 1 by 3. D less than 8 whole 1 by 3. Now, I will take this portion and I will solve it. So you will have 2d divided by 5 less than and equals to d by 2 plus 1 by 5. So the denominator here are 5, 2, and 5. So their LCM will be 10. So multiply each term with that LCM. So you can see here we have done that. So 10 2d by 5 less than or equals to 10 d by 2 plus 10 1 by 5. So 5 and 10 cancel, 2 2s are 4d, 2 and 10 cancelled 5d, 5 and 10 cancel, 2 1s are 2. So 4d minus 5d is less than or equals to 2. So minus d is less than or equals to 2. So d, you must divide both the sides with the negative number, or you can say multiply both the sides with the negative number minus 1, you can say. So the sign of the inequality will change. So d will be greater than and equals to minus 2. So this says that the d is less than 8 whole 1 by 3. This says d is greater than and equals to minus 2. So I can combine both of them and the answer can be written like this. D is greater than and equals to minus 2 and less than 8 whole 1 by 3. So that is how you will solve question number 14, D part, and I hope that you have understood this. Okay, so we are now moving to the next part, and the next part is coming up on your screen, and that is question number 15, and it's A part. It says find the integer values of x which satisfy each of the following inequalities. And there are A, B, C, and D parts. Okay, so now I'm reading the A part. It says 3x minus 5 is less than 26, less than or equals to 4x minus 6. So the procedure is same. I will take these two, this portion, and I will solve it. Okay, so I will solve it. So we will have 3x minus 5 less than 26. 3x is less than 26 plus 5. 3x is less than 31. X is less than 31 by 3. So x is less than 10 whole 1 by 3. Then I will take this portion and I will solve it. 2x is less than or equals to 4x minus 6. Sorry, 26. I said 2x. 26 is less than or equals to 2x minus 6. 26 plus 6 is less than or equals to 4x. 32 is less than or equals to 4x. This 4 will come to this side, it will divide. So 32 divided by 4 less than or equals to x, and 8 is less than or equals to x. So I will represent this on a number line because we have to tell the integer value. So it's very important to represent these two answers on the number line, and then very easily you can tell the integer values in the overlapping portion. Okay, so it says x is less than 10 whole 1 by 3. So you can see I put a circle here and I draw an arrow like this. This says 10 is, sorry, x is equals to and greater than 8. So put a circle here, shade it, and an arrow like this. The overlapping portion is this one. So in this portion, the integers are 8, 9, and 10. This is how you will solve question number 15, and it's A portion. Question number 15, B part. 3x plus 2 is less than 19, less than 5x minus 4. So we will take this portion first and we will solve it. 3x plus 2 is less than 19. 3x is less than 19 minus 2. 3x is less than 17. X is less than 17 divided by 3. X is less than 5 whole 2 by 3. Then I will take this portion. I will take this portion, that is this portion. 19 is less than 5x minus 4. 19 plus 4 is less than 5x. So 19 plus 4, that's 23 less than 5x. And this 5 will come to this side and it will divide. So 23 less than 5. So 23 divided by 5 less than x. So it will be 4 whole 3 by 5 less than x. 4 whole 3 by 5 less than x. So I will represent both of these answers on the number line. So here you can see I've drawn a number line. It says x is greater than 4 by 3. Okay. So here we have x is greater than 4 by 3, and this says x is less than 5 whole 2 by 3. So this is overlapping portion is this. So what's the integer value in this overlapping portion? That is only 5. I hope that you have understood this. This was question number 15, B part. Question number 15 and its C part is minus 4 less than and equals to 7 minus 3x less than and equals to 2. So what we will do, we will take this portion, and we will solve it. So minus 4 less than and equals to 7 minus 3x. So minus 4 minus 7 less than and equals to minus 3x. So minus 11 less than and equals to minus 3x. So now I will divide both the sides with the minus 3. So when I will divide both the sides with the minus 3, the sign of the inequality will change. So you will have 11 by 3 greater than and equals to x. So 3 whole 2 by 3 is greater than and equals to x. Then I will take this portion. Okay. So 7 minus 3x is less than and equals to 2. Minus 3x is less than and equals to 2 minus 7. Minus 3x is less than and equals to minus 5. So I will divide both the sides with minus 3. So when you divide both the sides with a negative number, the sign of the inequality will change. So x is greater than and equals to 5 by 3. X is greater than and equals to 1 whole 2 by 3. So I will represent both these answers on the number line. This says x is greater than 1 whole 2 by 3. So here I have represented it. This says x is less than and equals to 3 whole 2 by 3. So this is its answer on the number line. This is the overlapping portion. And you can see in this overlapping portion, the integers are 2 and 3. So this is how you will do question number 15 and C part. The next portion is question number 15 and its D part. It says minus 10 is less than 7 minus 2x less than and equals to minus 1. So first of all, I will take this portion and I will solve it. So minus 10 less than 7 minus 2x, minus 10 minus 7 less than minus 2x, minus 17 less than minus 2x. I will divide both the sides with minus 2. So the sign of the inequality will change. So we will have 17 by 2, sign of inequality change, so greater than x. So 8 whole 1 by 2 is greater than x. So then I will take this portion and I will solve it. 7 minus 2x is less than and equals to minus 1, and minus 2x is less than and equals to minus 1 minus 7. Minus 2x is less than and equals to minus 8. I will divide both the sides with the minus 2. So the sign of the inequality will change because we are dividing both the sides with negative number. So you will have x is greater than 8 by 2. X is greater than and equals to 4. Then I will represent both of them on the number line. So this one, x is greater than and equals to 4. And this one, x is less than 8 whole 1 by 2. This is 8 whole 1 by 2, less than this. The portion overlapping between both these answers, the integers will be 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, that will be the integer in the solution. So my dear student, this is question number 15, D part. I hope that you have understood that how we have done this. Next question, it needs a lot of logic also. Be very attentive that how we do this question. That's question number 16. He says, given that x is greater than and equals to 0 and less than and equals to 7, and y is greater than and equals to 1 and less than and equals to 5. So the values of the x and the values of the y, they are given. The values of the x are from 0 to 7 and the values of y are from 1 to 5. There are a part, he says, the greatest possible value of the x plus y. The greatest possible value of the x plus y, that's the a part. So x plus y, if you want the greatest value, the x value should be greatest, the y value should also be greatest. Then you get the greatest answer of this addition. X greatest value is 7, the y's greatest value is 5. So just take 7 and 5, add them, that will be 12. In the B part, it says the least possible value of x minus y. So if you want x minus y's least value, the x should be smallest and the y should be greatest. Then you will get the least value of this subtraction. So the x greatest smallest value will be 0 and the y's greatest value will be 5. So 0 minus 5 and that will be minus 5. So x minus 5's least possible value by using these values will be minus 5. In the C part, he says the largest possible value of x multiply y. So the largest value of x multiply y, because so here they are multiplying. So the both numbers should be greatest. Then you will get the largest value of the multiplication. So the x greatest value will be 7, y's greatest value will be 5. Just multiply them, that gives you 35. So 35 is the largest possible value of the x into y. Then we have the D part, the smallest possible value of the x by y. So we have to find out the x smallest value of this subtract and this division, x divided by y. So the smallest possible number, this is little tricky. You see the smallest value of the x is 0. And now it does not matter which value of the y you will take, but you should take the largest value of the y. So that can be 5. If even if you put 5 here or 1 here, it does not matter because in the numerator we have taken 0. So in the denominator, whatever number you will take, the final answer will be 0. Okay, so E part is, he says the least and greatest possible values of the x square. So x square, so the least possible value will be when you take the x as 0. So 0 square will be 0. Greatest value of the x square when you take x 7. So 7 square will be 49. So that was question number 16. It's a little tricky question, and because it requires a lot of thinking and logic, so pay full attention to this question. So we are moving to the next question. The next question coming up on your screen is question number 17. It's a very tricky question. It says, given that the value of the A is equals to and greater than -4 and equals to and less than -1. And the B is equals to and greater than -6 and less than and equals to -2. So very, very tricky question. A part. You can see I have represented them on the number line also. He says the least possible value of the A plus B, because these are negative numbers, the value of the A is also negative. All the values of A are negative. All the values of the B are also negative. So it becomes more complicated. Okay, anyway, the least value of the A plus B. So A plus B's least value, because when they add up, they give you a negative number. The larger the negative number, the smaller value that is. So for A, I choose -4, and from B, I choose -6. When you add the -4 plus -6, that gives you -10. So that's the least value of A plus B. The B is the greatest possible value of the A minus B. So the greatest value, if you want from of the A minus B, the value of the A should be greatest, and the value of the B should be smallest. Then the subtraction will have the greatest answer. So the value of the A greatest value is -1, and the value of the B, the smallest value is -6. Just put them here. So -1 minus -6. So it will be -1 plus 6. So it will be 5. So that's the greatest possible value of the A minus B. C part is, he says, the smallest possible value of A multiply B. So the smallest value of the A into B will be, because both of them are negative numbers, so when you will multiply them, they will turn into the answer will be a positive number. So if you want a smallest number, So we have to choose those digits from the given options whose product will be a smaller digit, because the answer will be a positive number. So smaller that digit, the smaller is the answer. So the smallest digits can be -1 and -2 from here. So when you multiply them, they give you +2. If you choose any other digit, because both of the A value and the B value, they both are negative. So when you multiply them, the answer is positive. So if the digit will be larger, it because the answer will be positive, so it means a larger number. So now I have to choose that pair which by multiplication give you a smaller digit. So 1 and 2, -1 and -2. So that gives you 2. So that's the smallest value. Then E part, he says a largest value of the A by B. The largest value of the A by B, and it's very important, it's division, and both the numbers A and B, they are negative. So when you put these values, the answer will be always a positive number. And the problem with the positive number is that the greater the number, the greater the digit, the greater will be its value, and because it's positive. So if it is smaller number, it's a smaller digit, then it will be uh, a smaller value of smaller value, I mean. So from A, I choose -4, and from B, I choose -2, because they give you 2, which will be the largest possible value. If you choose any other value, that will be less than 2. Okay, because the A is supposed to be in the numerator and the B is supposed to be in the denominator. Both of them are negative. So their answer is always coming positive. So -4 and -2, take these values, and the final answer will be 2. So that will be the largest possible value. Then the E part, he says the least and greatest possible value of the A square. So you see, because all the values of the A, they are negative. So when you will square them, the answer will be a positive number. So for the least value, I will take that value whose square will be smaller. So for A, -1, -2, -3, -4, so I will take -1 and I will square it, and that will be 1, +1. So that's the least possible value of A square. The greatest possible value of the A square, I will take -4, and we have to square it. So the answer will be +16. So that's the greatest possible value. Then we have F part, the largest value of the B square -4. B square -4. So you see the B, all the value of the B, they are negative. But here we have square on it. So when you put any value of the B, because the value of the B, all values of the B are negative. But when you will square them, they will become positive. So I will choose that pair I will choose that B value, which will after square will be the greatest number. And I will take A smallest possible. So I have to choose -6 for the B, and for A, I choose -4. So when you take -6 square, that will become +36. Minus minus plus, and that will be 4. So 36 plus 4, that will be 40. I hope that you have understood this logic, and you know that this question is not that easy. It requires a lot of thinking. So you need to practice them. These questions are very, very important. Okay. So my dear students, so we are on the question number 18, exercise 3B. It says state whether each of the following statements is true or false. If your answer is false, offer an explanation to support your case. Okay, so first statement is, if A is greater than B and both A and B are negative, then A divided by B is greater than 1. So let's check. I have taken here an example. For example, A is minus 2 and B is minus 4. So here A is larger than this B. So let's divide them. So minus 2 divided by minus 4, that's 1 by 2. So this 1 by 2 is less than 1. He said it will be greater than 1. But in this example, the A by B is less than 1. So it's false. The B statement is, if A is greater than B and both A and B are negative, then A cube is greater than B cube. So let's use the same example. A is minus 2, B is minus 4, A is greater than B. So let's take their cube. So A cube will be minus 2 whole cube, that will be minus 8. B cube will be minus 4 whole cube, that will be minus 64. And so you can see that minus 8 is greater than minus 64. So their statement is right. They said that the A cube will be greater than B cube. Okay, the C statement is, if A is greater than B and both A and B are negative, then B by A minus A by B greater than 0. Okay, so we will use an example to prove our point. So suppose, same example, A is equals to minus 2, B is equals to minus 4. So this is that statement. So B by A minus A by B. So minus 4 by minus 2 minus minus 2 by minus 4. It will be 2 minus, and that will be 1 by 2. So it will be 4 minus 1 divided by 2. That will be 3 by 2. So 3 by 2 is greater than 0. Yes, 3 by 2 is 1.5. That is greater than 0. So it means B by A minus A by B value is greater than 0. So that is true. Their statement is true. So the first statement is false. The second statement is true. And the third statement is also true. So my dear students, by doing this question, we have reached the end of, uh, this exercise. So today we have solved, let me show you. So, my dear students, today we have solved exercise 3B from the D3 book. And the name of the book is New Syllabus Mathematics 7th edition. It's third book, and we have completed the whole exercise in this sitting. So I hope that this video will help you because these questions were relatively very easy, but the questions at the last, they are relatively difficult because they involve thinking and logic. But I hope that this video will help you to understand the topic of inequality and how you solve them. So if you find this video helpful in your mathematics, in practicing this exercise and improving your skill in solving the inequalities, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to like my video. If you find these videos interesting and useful, share them with your friends by sharing the link of this video on your Facebook and your Instagram, and that will be a great appreciation to me. So thank you very much, everybody. It was a pleasure teaching you all. So thank you very much and have a good day, and God bless you all.